The best kept secret, construction can be fun. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how construction can actually be quite a bit of fun. So do you know why it might not be fun right now? And would you like to know some specific things that you can do to make it fun? If so, you've come to the right place. Okay, so I want to say that when we go build a construction project, we mobilize the trailer, we mobilize the team, we literally get to build our own office, our own environment, our own team, all from scratch. So that's a lot different than if you're in like this corporate, which I'm not giving a hard time about, being in a corporate environment, but the office is fixed, the environment's fixed, the culture is fixed. When you actually go to a job site, you can create a really fun environment and literally create it from scratch. So this is a really, really neat concept. Why construction is not fun sometimes is because we get into the thick of thin things and we lose focus. It's always supposed to be about people first, then the plan, and then the resources allocating to the work itself, okay? And we don't take time to, or if we don't take time to go ahead and really rally that team and rally the plan, then we don't have a really nice environment, right? Like if you go out there and you put a halfway effort into designing your trailer and you got nasty brown walls, it's dirty, dusty, not enough space, and your team's not in proximity, it's not going to be fun. You don't have the right meeting system, it's not going to be fun. You don't have the right systems on site and workers are graffitiing and peeing in bottles because they're angry, it's not going to be fun. You have not taken time to build that team, not going to be fun. Haven't done a pre-kickoff meeting with the designers, not going to be fun. So it's the lack of intentionality in designing our projects. Remember, the team, the plan, and the resources for a project. It's a lack of intentionality which makes it not fun. If we go out there like an accident, it's never going to work out well. So let me give you some, I'm going to call them tips, but these are from my experience of things that you can do to make construction fun right now. Okay, so number one, you can have a pretty good time with the design team. And here's what I mean by that. Really take time to connect. I remember a job where we went to the actual designer's office, we connected with the team, we went out to lunch, we went out to dinner, we had some fun together, and throughout the design there was some joking, there was some banter, there was some really, really goodwill, and we took care of each other and had a great time. The meeting structure, the way the clusters or the scrum teams or however you're organizing it is organized to where you have a fun little cohesive team. Was really a nice experience. If you follow that scrum pattern where that team is designed to have fun intentionally so that people's moods are better and you get greater productivity, you're going to have a great time with your design team. Stop fighting, connect, and really start to have fun. I remember, this is just silly, but like early on in pre-con, I remember mobilizing down to Tucson and starting up in this little mobile office before we actually went out to the project site on those trailers. And I remember sitting down with the group, and sometimes don't tell anybody, but I'd even take my shoes off when I was in quiet moments, jamming out with design, having fun, highlighting my drawings, getting the team what they need, hopping on a Teams meeting, really enjoying the design team while there, having a good time. So partnering with your designers can be super fun. Number two, partnering with trades. And I put in here on my list pre-construction meetings. I'm like, Jason, that's not fun. That doesn't sound fun. What I mean by that is interviewing the key trades ahead of time, understanding who's coming to the job, and picking the right trade partner with the right leaders. Then when they get on board, oh, I got to mention this. And when you're able to finally get your trailer, co-locating with them to where you have a really happy environment, you're meeting in the same rooms, and you're really doing a good job together, and you have a little bit of fun in the culture in that environment. Number three, pre-flight kickoff meetings. These can actually be like a jam. So that's where you take the owner, the designers, any other stakeholders, you, your trade partners, and you gather everybody around. I remember a pre-flight kickoff where we played some games. We had some really great food. It was hosted in a nice area. We played a game called Win All You Can, and then we set goals for the project and said, hey, what's worked before? What do we want to do again? What's been your best experience? Let's go ahead and replicate that, and really, really built that team and got everybody connected in a remarkable way. It was fantastic. Number four, this is fun to me. It might not be fun to you, but prefabrication is a jam, in my opinion. The modeling effort with the VDC experts is always fun for me. The other thing is really making sure that the prefabrication, the actual way that it's assembled and coming out to the job site on time is pretty cool. I love hanging out with and going and visiting the prefabrication assembly lines and the crews installing the work. And I always love to see a nice product coming in and going in place right the first time, and leveraging the prefabrication, what do I want to call them, benefits on the job site to increase the morale of the job site team. A couple others that I think you're going to love is the trailer setup. So we had and I've been able to do generally this on most of the projects that I've been on, whether they're big or small, lots of money or not. But we were able on this job to get a smoking deal for an 8-wide trailer. We used 3 of the widths, 3 of the trailers for a custom built bathroom and lunchroom. And that was actually pretty darn fun. But then the 5-wide was where the general contractor, the trade partners, and desks for the designers, we were all in there, open space, really nice desk, really nice environment. We had a family wall. We had music going at different times. We had a snack station. It was really quite a nice experience. So make sure your trailer is a place where you want to be. The next one, number 6, is great, having fun meetings. I remember having conference rooms where we would, the biggest thing I like to do is decorations. So we've got Halloween decorations, which is my favorite one, Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, we've got 4th of July, we've got Cinco de Mayo, we've got Dia de los Muertos, we've got Easter, we've got anything that I can celebrate, we're celebrating. So I got lights up in the corner of the wall, we've got like little decorations, we've got scents. The only thing is be careful with the pumpkin spice, because I offended the team one time with the pumpkin spice little wallflowers. I think it was them, not me, just candidly. I think that smelled pretty nice. But anyway, we'd have candy in bowls out there on the table and just have some fun and make sure the meetings were engaging and that we had some laughs while we were going through the meetings, especially with the huddles with the trades. Number 7, you might not think a bathroom is fun, but we tricked out, and there's videos on YouTube if you want to check it out on the Lean Super channel, Lean Superintendent. But in the bathrooms, we custom built them out. We had nice stalls. It was all in white epoxy paint. They were always clean. Everything was dialed in. It was Paul Akers style. And to have some fun, I was like, okay, we've got the little air fresheners that automatically spray so the bathroom smells nice now. What if we got some tunes? So my buddy, Ramon Lugo Cruz, who I always talk about, he used to trick out our cars with really nice radios and speaker systems. I was like, hey, homie, let's get some tunes up in here. So then we got some tunes. Then we started to trick out, which is the next one, making the lunchroom really nice. We had microwaves, we had fridges, we had places for their pails, their lunch pails to go, places to sit, salt and pepper. And we started to actually use the the scrap metal recycling money that we would get back. We started to spend that on chips and salsa and drinks. And literally people were like, don't put drinks in there. Don't stock the fridge with drinks. They'll take them all. No, they didn't. They took one at a time. They totally respected the environment. It was fantastic. And so many days we were able to bring donuts and bagels and chips and salsa and drinks and just shower these men and women with goodies and treats. It was so much fun. Let's keep going, just a couple more. So number 9, barbecues. We would do a barbecue whenever we possibly could justify it. So like we would, if there was a topping out or we wanted to reward somebody or whatever, oh my gosh, I'm about to get to a really good one. But anyway, we would have barbecues and we'd have like raffles. So we would do a job site survey. Once they turned it in, they got a raffle ticket. They go get their barbecue or their pizza or any of the delicious food that we had prepared. And then we raffle off prizes. The other thing is we had some fun competitions. So the carpenters, when they were on the site, we did a nail driving competition. Everybody had their glasses on, by the way. And the competitors had goggles because we knew what was going to go on. But we would start nails and see how fast they could hammer them in and just do relay games and stuff like that. And it was so much fun. And it really built some connection and people were giggling and laughing and wanting to do a good job for each other. Okay, I got a couple more. Sorry this is taking so long. Number 10. By the way, if you like this, like and subscribe to the channel because we can have some fun together. But one of the things that I really liked is that sometimes, and there was an assistant super named Jake Smaley. He had this great idea. I think it was his idea. I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't. He would make pancakes and waffles, and I would make scrambled eggs and bacon for the foreman. Like we would do morning huddles, right? And that was before I knew to move them to the afternoon, but we'd literally be in there and make pancakes for the guys, for the foreman. And they freaking loved it. And Jake all the time loved to make pancakes and also loved to make burgers. And sometimes he would just be like, I'm caught up on my work. I'm going to start up the grill and I'm going to go outside. And I'm going to start making some delicious food for some people. And they just ate it up. They absolutely loved it. Sometimes he would actually go all the way out and do a full-scale barbecue. Okay, I've got to close this up pretty soon, but I got to give you one. We used to have an award for the best crew, meaning that they got the highest score, meaning on their cleanliness, being on time for meetings, supporting the other trades, whatever their score was on the trade partner scoring criteria or the contractor grading criteria. The winning crew, we would take them. So there was a local casino. By the way, I'm not condoning like gambling and stuff, but they had the best crab legs, so we had to go there. There was a restaurant in this local casino. Actually, it was probably 45 minutes away, but we would drive them out there and they had unlimited crab legs. Oh my goodness. I even learned a lean way to open crab legs. We went there so much. You just snap them in the middle and you open it up and the meat will pull out and you can just pull it out. You don't have to do this sawing on the crab legs. Anyway, we got so good at this. It was delicious. I probably lost 5 years of my life with how much butter I consumed. But we were there so often with crews, awarding crews with like taking them out like every other week or every month for crab legs, that one of the main the wait staff there got to be like close friends with us, and we got to know her family and some of those folks. But the foreman knew they did a good job. They go to crab legs at the casino on Thursday night. It was absolutely amazing. So I could keep going on and on. In fact, I want to, but the video professionals are telling me to like take it down. But we did team building outings, we did celebrations, we would give out awards, we would do lean videos, we had gift cards that we gave to the people, we had a slogan, meaning a rally cry for the job site. We had great huddles and more and more and more. In fact, it was so nice and so fun, and you can do this too, that the vice president over construction and facilities maintenance said that coming to our job site felt like going to Disneyland without the long lines and the heat and the expensive prices. Like literally magic is what he felt. And so my message here was just to inspire you with a taste of how fun your job site can be, but it can only be fun if you have the capacity and you run your project in a lean way. And so I'm just going to give you a Canva graphic for some of the fun things you can do. Hopefully that triggers you so that you can go have an amazing experience on your site. I hope you implement this. On we go.